Good morning, everyone. It's Donna Reed along with Deb Kilsheimer, and you are watching Bookkeepers on Fire. We're here to uplift bookkeepers who lead with heart, power, and purpose. We celebrate your expertise with those who lead with heart, and we celebrate you with who challenge the status quo, and we equip you to serve boldly. Today, our guest is Martha Yasso. We're honored to have Martha, and we can't wait for you to meet her too. So let's ignite.
Okay. Well, Martha, how long
Hello.
have we known each other?
Oh, I think it's probably about 8 years.
8 years?
Yes.
Where did we first meet?
Oh, God. It was with Kelly Gonzalez in
Okay.
San Jose
Okay.
at a QuickBooks Connect.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember Kelly. I remember Kelly was at my first time I was ever on a panel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I remember her coming home from her first Scaling New Heights and saying to me, I'm completely changing everything. I'm restructuring. You have to meet this person, Debbie. You have to talk to her. And I was just like, whoa. Yeah. And she's the reason I went to not scaling, but Intuit Connect that year. That's
okay. Because I usually, don't we meet all of us? We meet at conferences. I mean, to me, people always my non-accounting friends. Well,
That's where I get my hugs.
I think where all my friends are.
Yeah.
Well, and I've spoken about this before, how our community of bookkeepers and accountants, those are the people that get me. You know, those are the people that understand that I like a nice schedule. You know, give me my checklist. I want to know where I am, what I'm doing, the purpose before I get there. But it makes me happy. It brings me joy.
Yeah. I think it brings me freedom.
It does.
Yes.
It
Yes.
does. It really does. And you know, when you walk into our culture is so different. When I worked on Wall Street, the person sitting next to me could be stabbing me in my back work wise, you know, undermining my work, taking the credit for my work. And I hated it. I'm not that type of person. I was getting gutted emotionally. And so I walked into this bookkeeping and accountants community at Connect that first time, and I was really unsure because I wasn't used to it. How
Right.
could it be that nobody was competing against one another? And my God, you're sharing contacts and what was it? Uh, uh, Engagement letters.
I
You
know.
share engagement
We share
letters for how you
we share
price.
our intellectual property.
Yeah, it really blew me away. And then the community kicked it up a notch with the honest connection on not just the business level, but the personal level of actually caring about one another. Uh, a couple times it's really just brought me to tears. I mean, Deb, you were there for me when my son was going through a really difficult time, and you got it. You totally understood, and understood
I
the
have to
computer
myself.
gaming community. So yeah, I thank God for that.
Yeah, I know
Um,
Tom Rachetti, who was on our show.
uh-huh.
I also saw him at the Women Who Count conference, and he was sitting at lunch with me. And he loves the community. He goes, I used to work in restaurants, and I went to restaurant conventions, and I'd be sitting across from the guy, and we both had pizza places. And I looked at him, and I was hoping he'd choke on his pizza.
Love it.
And then here in this community, we just share with each other and we help each other. And I think, yeah, we like each other. I mean, we really want, if you succeed, I succeed, and our client succeeds.
Yep.
So,
I think one of the things about it is that most of us are owners,
yeah,
or we're at the level where we are the decision makers within the firm. And so we're not worried about getting fired. It's not going to happen.
right.
So it just, go for it. And and you can be just who you are and represent that, which is
Like generous of spirit, not worrying about. Okay, now, but you did say something that kind of like I went. You worked on Wall Street.
I did. I
What did
did.
you do on Wall Street?
I did junk bond analysis with, and
Oh,
I
you're one of them.
specialized in
Was it with Lehman
bankruptcy and
Brothers?
liquidation. I'm sorry?
With Lehman Brothers?
No, it was a small research firm, but I did research and interviews of managers to find out were companies going to be able to pay on their bonds and meet
Wow.
all their covenants before they declare bankruptcy.
So you
So
had to wear a business suit every day and high heels.
yeah,
Mm.
yep.
I've been there,
I
Martha.
was
I've
high
been there. I know what it's like.
You had
Yeah.
good hair.
Oh my gosh.
Was it a god hair?
Aquanet hair.
Yeah. I didn't do that, but yeah, the whole suit thing and
You didn't flip your
yeah.
hair upside down and spray? Oh, you
No,
missed good
no, it's
time.
pretty much this. I didn't go that far. No.
I never knew that you worked on Wall Street.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I went right after I got my MBA.
You have an
Um,
MBA?
I have a
Oh,
master's
Martha,
in
I don't know
banking
about
and
you, Martha.
finance.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I've told people this before, but my master's thesis was neural networks in finance. That was the name of the and neural networks are the computer algorithms underneath AI. So for me, it's all happening, and
Okay,
I'm
so
loving
how
it.
long ago did you write your thesis on that?
1996.
I can't do the math. So 25,
Thank God you can't do the
29.
math.
It's like,
29
Is that
years.
29 years? Oh my
yeah.
God. That's before I met Hal. And I feel like I've known him forever. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. So you were like, you've been really ahead of your time.
Yeah, I'm a computer nerd and also kind of like a research nerd. So this particular industry did three things for me. One, the finance side. Two, the computer side. And three, the people side. And unless you have those three elements, you really, I mean, there are people that aren't that techy, but when you have that, you really can thrive in this industry.
Right. And the secret, I
Yes.
think, is your number three, the people side.
Definitely the people side. I
Yeah.
mean, when I was on Wall Street, bankruptcy and liquidation, I was tearing things apart. And the hardest part was listening to some of the upper management saying, you know, my family's being destroyed. And that disturbed me. I don't,
What do you mean? Like the people that work with you or the people that the
no, the
company?
people at the companies that I was finding out from the managers, what was actually going on? What was the business plan for, say, well, it wasn't this particular one, but for example, Toys R Us.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's demand for toys. I'm pretty damn sure there's demand for toys. And that situation, if you go back to the New York Times, there's a great article about cash flow wise, why Toys R Us went out of business. Well, their P&L, they were making money. It was the old story of if you take money out of your bank and you do distributions to investors, well, then you're not going to make it. You have no cash flow.
Right.
You know,
You
follow
can't
the
invest
cash.
in a new toy coming out.
Yep,
We
follow
do
the
that
cash.
with clients all the time.
Yeah, yep, yep,
They're going to Disney World instead of like buy more inventory.
exactly, exactly.
Or
Yeah.
they spend money because it's a tax deduction.
Yes, I've seen that one too.
Oh my God. Oh, it's
And
happening right now. Oh
yeah,
my
I was going
gosh.
to
Oh
say
yeah.
this time of
December.
year we have that discussion. So it's not really a tax deduction. Can't do that.
Well, couldn't I remember my friend Valerie, who I adore. I went to her house and she goes, "Oh, look at my new desk." And I went, "Nice. Why'd you get a new desk? The old one worked."
Yeah.
It's a tax deduction. I go, "Barry, how much did your desk cost?" It was $800. Now this was 30 years ago, so you can imagine what it costs today.
Wow.
And I said, Yeah, but now you don't have $1,000.
right?
Yeah, but I get a tax deduction.
Right.
Because you
And
don't
they
have
think,
$1,000. You could have taken if you're in the 25% tax bracket, you would have paid 250 in tax, but you would have kept 750.
right,
It's like,
right.
But it's a tax deduction. Oh my God.
No, 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 it
People
isn't.
think like that all the time. And I think that's partially our fault as our profession because we talk about tax deductions and pay no tax.
Um,
We got to flip
I don't
flip
see
the
that as much with the bookkeepers and the compliance accountants as I do with the tax accountants.
yes,
Uh,
tax
and,
accountants are the
and I
ones that
feel,
hit on it a lot. Yeah.
right,
But the
Donna,
problem is
right?
Mhm.
that the
Yep.
bookkeepers who don't think enough of themselves. This is my pet peeve.
Mhm.
The tax guy says, "Oh, I had one." He calls up and I said to the owner, "You're going to pay tax this year. You made a lot of money." So she goes
Yeah,
to the tax guy. "Oh, you're going to pay tax this year. You made a lot of money." I mean, it's all in the delivery.
absolutely.
So he goes, "You need to spend some." I go, "But then, Gail, you won't have any left." I said, you wanted to buy another building, you wanted to build this, you wanted to get new trucks. I mean, you won't have the cash to do that because you're spending on crap.
Yep.
Well, he
No,
said I wouldn't pay any tax. I'm thinking, I said, he doesn't get it. We're at opposite ends of coming at your business. I want you to make money so you
right.
can build it into what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Or even just take the profits and do what you want to do with it. Go out with your grandkids, blah, blah, blah. But just to not pay tax, just why are you working at all then?
Well, what's their purpose? What do they want to achieve? Do they
Exactly.
want to go have fun? Great, I can plan for that. Do you want to grow your business? Well, this is what it's going to take to grow. And then you follow that path and educate the owner.
Got
And
it.
it doesn't have to be in the form of a class or, a checklist. That happens literally every day. Even between using uncat and saying, hey, what is this for? And then if they say, oh, distribution, well, let's have a little talk about how much distribution is coming out of your company.
Yeah, and they take no reasonable compensation. Oh, okay, let's fix
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I
that's a
can't
fun
Yeah.
afford
one.
payroll. Well, guess what? You can,
Yep,
you know.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So
Yeah,
I did
that's a
the
fun
class I
one.
did yesterday for Insightful Accountant. I talked about that. You always tie the reports to the outcome the client wants. Just don't give them the numbers. It's like giving the lab report at the doctor. I don't know what it means.
Right,
But if he ties that lab report to me wanting to live to 110, I get it.
exactly,
You know.
exactly.
So how
You
many of us
have to
don't ask
feel
that
it.
question? No,
You
what do you
got to
want?
feel it in your gut and be able to internalize it and have an emotional response. And at this level of the small business, the owners get it because it matters to their kids.
Yep.
It matters to
Yep.
their community. It matters to their family. Yeah, it matters what they do when they're not working. It matters.
Right.
Once
Now,
you get up in the mid-size and you take that feeling, that responsiveness, the ownership away, it the story changes to, oh, I don't care, just scale, scale, scale.
and you lose the humanness of it, I think. I mean,
You do. Yep.
you have to have a special people. I think, in fact, I just wrote another article.
Donna, all she does is write articles.
Oh, I'm writing them too. We both
I'm
write
writing a tip
articles. Yeah. Mine's
about
about
a
mine's
friend of
about
mine works at a
routines. How
company.
routines
Yeah,
give
friend
us
of mine
all
work.
freedom.
A friend of
Oh,
mine
I
works.
saw the one on habits, and that habits, give you structure, and it's true. You
Donna
know,
is the queen of systems. That's the
yes,
thing.
So you're
yes.
getting a lot more articles coming in the next year about all these systems. I have
Oh,
a wall
excellent.
to sleep that is coming out.
I like nothing better than a checklist. Actually,
Yep.
what is it? Tomorrow, I was supposed to meet up with our personal accountant to go over year end, and I happened to bump into she and her daughter at Target the other day. And her daughter asked, how do you know my mommy? And I said, oh, well, we do accounting together. And she said, oh, well, what do you do when you do accounting? And I said, we get to color spreadsheets. And so she said, what kind of colors you do? And I said, oh, do you want to come color spreadsheets with us? I mean, to me, that's fun and joy. And,
Oh, I know. Nothing
you
better
know,
than a spreadsheet project. I had one this morning. How I was at a client and I had to figure out this whole thing. And I said, and I said to the owner, Brett, I
yeah,
said, let me finish this because I want to get to this project.
yeah,
I mean, I was like in my happy place,
yeah. Putting it in a spreadsheet, creating the
making the
structure.
formulas work. And how can I make this faster? Can I make this, oh man, that's,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, if she loves the spreadsheet, I like to deliver the results. And nothing lights me up more when I see an owner light up in his head. They can see it on their face when
you
I've
can see it in
explained
the
it to them.
eyes. Yeah,
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh." And then I start going even more deeper and deeper, and then they can start to see how they can change their business, what the possibilities are. That lights them up, and that
yeah.
lights me up
right.
So,
right
what's
in
the
the middle of
structure
it.
that
Yeah.
you give them, Donna?
Then we start to talk about structure and habits and all those things that can build into their operational structure,
Yep.
their habits, maybe stop going to Starbucks 3 times a
Well,
day.
I love the
Um,
fact that you're saying habits because they can get
yeah,
their head around that term
yep,
a lot easier instead of structure. What does
yep.
structure mean?
I say the words I use with clients is different.
Yep.
It's based on what their language is. So language is important, and meeting the people at the language that they're using, at maybe even the mindset that they have, depending on where they are, where they're from, where they're coming from.
Yep.
So that's the part. And then you also have to teach, like in the beginning when you said like technology, people, there was one other thing in there, probably routines. I don't remember, but you've got to like be able to put that all the technology, the people together, translate the language for them with the
Mm-hmm.
accounting language in there too, and
Yep.
make it all translate and kind of what I call it like sing, so they
Yep.
can hear the music.
Yep.
So, so yeah, so that's where we're at like now. And with what you wrote in 96, 29 years ago, I mean, you're really seeing that come together now big time.
Yeah.
And
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 the
what
thing
it's
is,
supposed to
fortune
be
tellers,
awesome.
Martha? Martha's a what? Okay, what's going to happen then 29 years from now
ooh,
when we interview the next time?
um,
What,
we're gonna wait that long? Okay.
Well,
what are
maybe,
you going to have percolating?
Well, not too far off. I would not be surprised if the Google Glasses, who I saw someone wearing the other day, um, the Google Glasses, I would not be surprised if we had heads up displays on the lenses itself. And you could ask questions or look at a person and say, oh, what's this person's name? And they could come up with, oh, this is Jim from ABC. We were talking about use
oh
cases
my
like that.
gosh.
Wow.
I
Mhm.
would love that at conferences. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh, I just read
Right?
the badge. I just read the badge.
Right? Well,
The
yeah,
badge
yeah,
and the
but
flipped over. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do now?
right, right. The old, hey, how are you?
What are
Oh God,
you?
the name,
Yeah, I hate it
But I
when they
mean,
write the name so tiny on the badge.
yeah.
I, I got these old eyes. What's your name? What's that badge say?
Now you're
I
gonna
feel
put
like
the
you're just staring
glasses
at
on
their
and be
shell.
like, oh, hi, Jim.
Yeah. But you have just started something new,
I have,
and
yeah.
I want to hear all about that.
So over the past 18 months, I went through all my values and recrafted everything, and I've niched down into independent healthcare practices. So that's physicians, optometrists, ENTs, health, mental health practitioners, that niche. Um, and then I said, you know what? There aren't that many people to say, hey, how did you handle this situation? Fortuitously, at Scaling New Heights this year, we had a meetup for healthcare, and 13 businesses, not just people, businesses showed up. And we
Wow.
were clamoring with one another to share. contact information. And so after June, I decided let's put an online community together. So I did that, and we launched in early November, and it's called Fiscal Clinic. You can reach out to me at Fiscal Therapies, that's the name of my company, and not physical, it's fiscal, FISCAL, therapies. Yep. And reach out to me, and we can discuss, is it a right fit? It is
So
a
is it
close.
like something like Nancy McClellan's Ask a CPA or Cindy's bookkeeping?
Yep. It is. Yep. Very much so. But we focus down on the healthcare issues. We had a fun one the other day in that I think you might have heard in the news that nurses and
Yes. Accountants too.
accountants are no longer professional. And there was a concern. Well, will the insurance companies pick up on this? And so mental health therapists, if you have a PhD instead of an MD, what does it mean for that? We also address things like practice management systems. You have simple practice for mental health. You have ModMed for the ENTs and otolaryngologists and whatnot. And then you have other software systems like Care Patron. It's important. Oh, Advanced MD is another one that comes to mind. And all of these are different. They're all slightly different. And so, how do you deal with tracking room usage in this particular app? Can you do it? What's the workaround? We also have Sean Duncan in the group, who specializes in healthcare tax for independent healthcare physicians, which is a huge help. And Dawn Scranton's in there, who
Okay,
is
tell us about
building.
Dawn.
Dawn's amazing. Dawn is amazing. She has built a connector that goes from practice management systems and pulls the revenue in daily, which means you can capture after you have your insurance billing and the insurance company says it's $100. No, we're only going to pay 80. Well, you can go back and capture that adjustment now, which is huge in understanding a physician's cash flow.
Yeah, because
So,
most of the time they do. The only sales they have in their books or whatever gets deposited to the bank.
yep, cash basis, and it doesn't reflect anything. You have no idea. Did I collect what I should be collecting? No clue. No
Right.
clue. I've had some, I've had a couple doctors say to me, oh, well, the revenue comes from the bank. That's not the way it works. So yeah, so we do a little education on that, but
Right, but that's good though. They should really know their lane, and then we have to come in
yeah.
as the experts in our field
Yep,
and help them become better in their field.
yep. Because really the only thing they feel empowered to control are their expenses. And the fact is that's not true. We can get good data now so that you can negotiate your contracts, your payment contracts better. And that is meaningful. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's great. And so this is a community you started?
This Fiscal Clinic is a community where we can come together and say, hey, how did you do the spreadsheet for that physician on pricing for them? What were the medical codes? What did you see? Who was it? Tina McGill, who specializes in merger and acquisitions in independent physicians. She was looking at medical codes this summer and found that some of the AI in the practice management systems, we have what's called scrubbing or cleaning the insurance submissions.
Yeah.
Basically, that means just getting the data correct. And it can be that if you don't have the data correct in the right field or whatever, the insurance company can say, oh, you got to fix that before you can submit it. Well, sometimes in doing that, the AI was lowering down the price and submitting a lower billing code just because of the algorithm in the AI. And it was impacting the physician's revenue. And
Wow.
it became a trend. And thank God Tina was able to identify that. She's amazing. So we all kind of looked at Tina and said, "Oh, can you tell us more?"
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
of the value
that
now
could cost thousands.
yeah,
Yeah,
that you can bring as an
yeah.
accountant when you go talk to a healthcare professional about what your service can do
Yep.
for their bottom line. Now, is there a charge to join your community?
There's a small charge right now. It's at $30.
That's all? That's $30?
You
That's it.
know, we literally started like just over a month and a half ago. So I want to get good quality people in there. So if you're in the sector, definitely contact me, and we'll talk. And yeah, I'm looking for people that not only understand the area, but are passionate about the area, maybe want to grow into the healthcare niche. But, I'm really looking for the person that is passionate because I'm passionate about my people and I want to share that.
Now,
So,
how did you decide to even select that niche?
uh, oh God, it selected me, and I think
Don't
that's
they all?
usually the story. I have, I was my dad's guardian for 8 years while he was in a traumatic brain injury unit.
Oh my.
And you go through these piles of bills, and so that was around me a whole ton. And then my husband does reports for pharmaceutical firms, marketing reports for pharmaceutical firms. And I had done hospital collections in high school, and I was like, why am I fighting this? God keeps throwing it at me. How much more does he have to throw before I get the clue? So I just niched down in it, and they say build it and it will come, and it has.
Well,
So
everybody's always getting sick.
right, right. But I mean, even look at the market right now. We're not sure how many people are going to have their insurance. And yes, they probably will have insurance, but will they be coming to the offices as often? How do we have to adapt to that?
Right.
And so, yeah, these are conversations, particularly with the healthcare, because that seems to get axed first on insurance companies. Yeah, we have those conversations and understand where your practice is. Can you expand this year, or do you wait maybe 2 years to see what happens? So, yeah.
Well, that's really exciting. And I hope you give Don and me free memberships.
Oh, free for life, free for life, free for life.
We get to learn all about the
We'll
medical
get to learn
stuff
all about
now.
that. Yeah. Well,
You
thanks
heard
very
it
much.
here, free for
Oh, I
life.
thought you
We've
never
got
asked.
it on recording.
Oh,
Yeah, because I know you announced this, and I in the WhatsApp group that we're in together. Are
yeah.
you in Missy's group?
Not in Misty's group. Yeah, last year I had some health issues myself and ended up having a major surgery in March.
Oh, are you
So,
okay now?
getting there, getting there. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Well,
getting
you're
back on
getting
my
up there,
feet.
Martha. Like things start falling apart and falling off.
I'm turning 56 in
Oh, you're a baby.
January,
A
and
baby. You're a
I feel
baby.
like
You're a baby.
every year it's something else that's breaking. Nobody tells you about this until you get there, and you're sort of like,
Yeah, one day you can't get off the potty, and you're like, "Oh my
You're
god!"
looking for the handrail that you made fun of, like earlier in your life. Like, where's
right?
that handrail? I really
I
need
need
that
that
one day in
drawer
my
in the
life.
shower.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing okay then, though. You're better.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing much better. Not quite back to where I was, but I think I'm gonna have to just accept a new normal. but my goal is to get out there and play some golf this summer, and really, just enjoy that. So
That's great. Now, which did you go to Reframe?
I did not. I had to be very choosy because of the surgery.
Uh
How
huh.
many conferences I
Because I
went to
saw
this
you.
year?
I went to three in a row. Where did I see you at Connect?
I was at Connect and
Okay,
I
I
was
went
at Scaling.
to- okay. You
Those
going to
were.
scaling this year again?
I'm sorry.
Are you going back to scaling?
I just signed up for it.
Good.
Yep. And I think I'll do that. I'm targeting to go to ZeroCon.
Oh, okay.
So that's in Denver this year.
Okay.
And I am looking, so if anybody knows of resources, I am looking for regional healthcare conferences because
Okay.
I'd love to get the word out some more. And really, I'm ready to scale.
So you should ask my new boyfriend, ChatGPT.
Oh,
Oh, he's my other
now I'm a
boyfriend.
little concerned, Debbie.
Don't worry, I keep her in the real world, but boy,
Right?
she sends me
Right?
a lot of links from ChatGPT.
Donna, make the phone call to Hal
Yeah.
Yeah,
quickly.
I got his number. We're good.
Well, I used to call my phone my boyfriend. My name
Right.
Yeah.
is usurped by Claude. You know.
Oh, so yeah, so that's mostly of what's going on.
Well, it sounds like you're really, what's going on here? Potential spam. Yeah.
So there's exciting stuff going on. I'm also right now doing a course with Jan Helgo,
Oh,
who
she's another brilliant girl.
yes, she and I could just talk for hours.
I know.
She has an AI course for accountants that really dives down in how to write and structure a very good prompt to
It's all
get the
prompts are the
output that
secret.
you want. Yep. And it's a 6 hour course. The first 2 hours, even I've been following this stuff for 29 years now, there was information in there that I had no idea about. I found out more of the different engines, the AI engines out there, what they focus on, like graphics, and then which ones are good specifically for research, which ones are good for like social media posts.
Okay,
So
so give us the short. Which are good for graphics?
Notebook LM,
Which are
which
good for which was the second one? Social media.
the research,
Yeah, research.
Perplexity,
Which
because it actually comes back with the citations, which
Yep.
is helpful because, first of all, people should never be using this technology without double checking. This
Yep.
AI,
Yeah.
AI does not replace, AI does not come up with novel concepts or novel data. Okay. You have to do that. It comes from humans.
yes,
When people say, oh, it learns, no, it doesn't learn. It does math really, really, really fast.
right.
That's what it does. And it takes all this data and takes averages of the data. And because it can do it really, really fast, it takes an average, maybe that's this wide, and says, oh, wait, how close can I get it? Oh, so the answer lies within here somewhere.
Right.
And that's all it does.
Right.
It doesn't help you with the outlier over here that is your real answer. You have to figure that out.
It's
You
so
have
much fun. Have you
to,
ever done this where they comes back with statistics
oh God, yeah, it's
and you go,
hysterical.
okay, ChatGPT, go
Well,
find the source and
Where's
the
those?
research and
Yeah, where's that
I
at?
the
won't
author for that. And
name,
it'll come back and it said, oh, you caught me.
right, right, right.
I
I
got
had that
five
actually this
citations.
morning.
It's fun.
Oh, glad you mentioned that.
Oh, I tried to get away. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Right, right. So yeah, I mean, when people say that AI is gonna take over jobs. Yeah, it's going to take over jobs of people that don't continuously learn.
Right.
Um,
Right.
for instance, when I work with a physician or a therapist, one of the things I require and hear for, and I use my ears to read between the lines, I don't want to work with a practice that isn't constantly learning and giving back to the community. If I don't sense that's there, I
Hmm.
don't want to work with them. And so constant learning is key. I don't want people that coast. So I'm not going to coast in my business either.
Good.
I'm going to learn how to use the technology. And will it help or like take away a job from somebody? Not if I really want to do something absolutely right and a big
It will
project.
shift the job. It
Yep.
shifts it.
Well, but even that, like if you're having somebody write an article for you, you still had to tell them what you wanted, how you wanted it, what kind of tone of voice they would look for that. And you still can do that in AI, but it's still not going to be your voice.
Exactly.
It's not going to be you. Now, can you use AI? Yes. Do you want a really, really novel, new idea or concept into a written post or something like that? Get a excellent, excellent marketing company or writer to back you up. Because you want it really top notch, that's the way to go. That's the
Cool.
way to go.
All right. Well, we're at time. We're over time.
No.
We're overtime again, but that's our normal.
But this was great.
Our new normal.
Flew by.
Yeah, no, it's great.
We need to get
Wow.
together on, I'd say Fridays, but I have a 14-year-old. I'm never home on Fridays now.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, but yeah, I guess
Does your group meet a certain time every week, monthly?
we meet once a month on the second Thursday of the month, except for this month being December. We're going to skip this month with craziness at the end of the year, but we'll be back up again in January.
Are you on Eastern time or Pacific?
Eastern. I'm just outside New York City. Just outside New York City. So we
Okay.
do it East Coast.
Well, I'm going to be in. I'm flying into New York, JFK in
When?
January.
January?
Yeah.
I'm 20 minutes from the airport, both LaGuardia and Kennedy.
All right. I'll give you the dates, and maybe we can get for lunch or something.
Oh, I would love that. I would
Yeah.
like. Donna, are you coming?
No, I'm
No,
going to
I'm not going to be in
York.
New York. I'll be in Florida in June.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. For scaling. I'll be at scaling.
Yeah.
So I'll see you
But I'll
there.
tell you the dates I'll be there. It's like January something, second week. I'm coming in on a Friday, leaving on Sunday.
31 days in January. So January something.
Yeah, I always have to do the knuckles.
Love it.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Sign us off, Donna.
All right. Well, thank you for watching another exciting episode of Bookkeepers on Fire. If you're a bookkeeper ready to lead, to serve, to ignite change, hit subscribe, share this, and stay tuned. Until next time, stay fired up and stay intentional.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Martha.
Martha. Bye-bye.
Thank you.